as I said, back after the break with Jacques Kallis, one of the greatest, if not the greatest cricketer of our generation, now coaching the Kolkata Knight Riders. Team started very, very well. So they're on a roll. That defeat against Chennai notwithstanding happens, and it's actually good, because if you keep winning everything, maybe when you come the playoff, there's an issue. Good start to the season, very good start to the season.
It has been good. You know, it's important to start off well, and it makes your life at the end of the tournament a lot easier. So, you know, we've got a lot of our away games out the way, which is nice. We've got a nice trip now where we could play a few home games, and hopefully we can continue that type of form. If we do carry on playing the type of cricket we have played, we're in with a good chance.
And the combination is looking good. I mean, a settled batting with some good spin, good bowling as well. And obviously, Andre Russell, no one's seen him play anybody like that. I mean,
yeah, it's, all round it's been pretty good. I think the nice thing for me is the way the guys have been batting. You know, it's been pretty steady. The guys know their roles and what they need to do. And then Andre Russell at the moment has been unbelievable for us. So long may that continue. But you know, we had good contributions from the other guys as well.
Have you seen anyone play like that, Jacques? I mean, you've been around for 2 decades. I mean, you've played international cricket for South Africa, and you know, at the very best level possible. Have you seen anybody hit the cricket ball like that, 4 sixes, 5 sixes?
Not as consistently, no. You know, maybe the odd innings, but certainly not like he's done it, what is it, 4 or 5 times in a row now. And the nice thing is that he's done it coming in there, hitting the ball out the ground, and then when he's need to, like against Chennai, he played a little bit more subdued. So he's got both games. So the thing that's really impressed me is his hunger to do well, and he sums up the situations pretty well, which is a massive improvement on previous years.
Dinesh has not sort of had that level of batting yet, because your team has done very well, 140 against Rajasthan, you finish off with 2 down. But you know, our World Cup is team selection is approaching. So if I can actually ask you, I mean, the one match that he played, that 50, was a class act. So when we think of that, how do you, I mean, if you take a distance from Kolkata Knight Riders and for once put yourself in an India role, how do you see it? Because we are still searching for our number 4. He's got the experience, he's got the caliber, he's got the potential. How do you see that?
He'd be my pick. You know, it's always nice having a guy like that in the dugout when you know he's still got to come in to play. Certainly one of the best finishers that I've seen. He's been unbelievable for KKR over the years. He's got a mature mind, doesn't get flustered by the situation, and you know, works out and knows how to chase down totals or set totals. So great that we've got him in our dressing room, and you know, I think India will be silly if they don't pick him.
How important is mentality? Because you know, in a World Cup scenario or in a big tournament like an IPL scenario, you will face pressure, and you know, at that point in time, temperament comes into question. Do you think that is what sort of sets Dinesh apart? Because given the way he's been there, done that, finished games, he now has it in himself mentally?
Definitely, and the rest of the team believes in him as well. So like I said, to have a guy there that you know is going to be calm under pressure, get you home more often than not, is the type of guy that you want in your dressing room, and he's great to have in your dressing room as well. He brings a lot of experience and can pass it on to the youngsters. The guys respect him, so like I said, great that he's in our dressing room.
I was talking to Kuldeep some time back, Jacques, just before you came, and I mean, the sense that I got from him, and I said that to him as well, that maybe he's putting a bit too much pressure on himself, because he was like, oh, I've not picked that many wickets. It doesn't happen like that to anyone. I mean, you can't keep picking 5 wickets every day. At the same time, I thought he was bowling well. Your assessment of Kuldeep, because he's extremely important for you and for India going forward.
Yeah, I think the mistake that a lot of players make is they look at the wickets column, and they don't actually look at how they've done for the team. I'm a big believer in look at the team and not your individual performances. So when batting, look at the partnership, not individually. When bowling, it's the same. Look at the partnership and who you're bowling with. And that is where Kuldeep's done well for us. You know, he's played a massive role for us in the middle order there.
Because he's controlling it well.
He is, yes. And you know, those are the overs where guys are looking to kick on, and he's really controlled the game for us well there. And yeah, perhaps guys are a little bit more careful against him. That's why he hasn't picked up as many wickets, which has been great for us. So, you know, those spinners of ours really control it well, and he's certainly up there and helping the guys and leading us in those middle overs.
If I can take you a little further to India, I mean, and now that as coach, as observer, you have watched everybody, the IPL, how do you rate our chances for the World Cup?
I think it's a very open World Cup. I do believe that's probably the most open one. But given India's form and the way they've been playing, I think they've got to be one of the favourites. Certainly with the amount of skill that they have in this country and the guys that they can pick from, the players that will go into that World Cup having played in IPL will be in form, hit a lot of balls, so you certainly got to have your money on them as being one of the favourites.
Big words for Dinesh Karthik. India will be silly not to pick him. Who knows come the 15th. Big words for Kuldeep Yadav as well. Always there to build confidence, and that is why KKR is doing what they are. Clearly, they've got the man at the helm to mentor and guide the team in the right direction. Thank you so very much, Akash, for speaking to me.
Okay.
All the very best for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching.